The views and opinions during this podcast do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the sponsors or executive producers. This program contains conversation, discussion, debate, which a truly free society would neither fear nor suppress. However, in some socially inept areas, certain religious fanatics and ultra-sensitive and extreme political affiliates violate your First Amendment rights by attempting to control what you watch, listen to, write, and speak. We feel that this is unconstitutional and un-American. And now we present the MKULTRASOUND podcast. Live from Studio Diablo in Chicago, Illinois, this is MKULTRASOUND.
Get with the countdown.
I speak jive.
Forget it, man. Blast off for Kicksville. Shake this square world. Blast off for Kicksville.
I speak jive.
Forget it, man. Get with the countdown.
I speak jive.
Forget it, man. Blast off for Kicksville. Shake this square world. Blast off for Kicksville.
I speak jive.
Forget it, man.
Hey, didn't we just do a fucking show like day before yesterday?
We were just here a day ago.
A day
ago.
Well, yeah, you were here till 3 a.m. partying up, and she rode her bike home at 3 a.m. drunk.
I ride my bike anywhere at any time.
Do you
but
wear
yeah,
a helmet?
I wasn't drunk.
Do you wear a helmet?
I was buzzed. Yes.
Yeah. Well, a week ago Sunday you were.
I was. Yeah.
You rode your bike.
Shut up, Alex.
Your headphones? Can you hear? Okay.
Yes.
We have Actually, we're on Instagram Live and Facebook Live.
That's right.
The girls from
Look who's here.
Lucy and Mary, friends of Ties, and you want to introduce yourselves?
Oh, hi. I'm Mary Rose. I play drums for Mystery Actions.
Yes.
I'm Lucy. I play guitar.
And I knew they were friends of Ties, and she got them here on the show.
Yes.
So we
I'm
made
so psyched.
Thanks, Ty.
Thank you.
Awesome. We've got two songs to play.
These girls are the next best thing coming out of this city. Honest to God. If they don't make it, we have nothing to be proud about in the city.
I wish Kim Fowley was still alive. If Kim Fowley was still alive.
He'd love them, man.
God,
he knew Kim Fowley that, helped
very well. Yeah, I knew,
bring up the Runaways.
We talked on his deathbed, and he was still a freak.
Yeah.
His bladder, he had bladder cancer, and his bladder was removed, and he was confined to a bed. And he was still a pervert, calling me at 4 a.m, telling me stories. But in the end, he was very kind. He said, I just want to thank you for always being nice to me and for being a friend. And he just clicked, and that was it. And it was the end. And
what
he
a
died
nice
shortly
thing
after.
to say.
But while he was alive, one of his girlfriends, this dominatrix from out in L.A., she'd come here to do shows, and she stayed here. And we were very, very good friends.
Yeah.
And so she was like a sister to me.
Yeah.
And so both of us knowing Kim, great stories.
Yeah. We should do that. We should have a memory thing on his,
But Tracy's band, the
Memorial.
Wonton Looks,
Yeah.
I saw them, and they gave me a CD years ago, some festival when Ali Jados played. That's where I met Ali Jados. And I called Kim about Wonton Looks. And so he started like promoting them on his Facebook page.
Yeah.
Then I found out that John Herman, her ex-husband,
Right.
they used to talk to him on the phone. So it just...
Yeah.
Kim used to call me the king of Chicago, which is like, no, but I'll take the compliment. Okay, so here's an interesting story. This morning, Kanye West was back in town. I think he lives here again
He
now.
is permanently living here with Kim.
And he held his Sunday service in Northern Ireland. And this is what I heard. Cassie and Mark got in last night, or this morning at 3 a.m., and then I couldn't get back to sleep.
Right.
And all the news, they're like, sold out. Kanye West sold out. But it was a free show. So I'm like, quit saying sold out.
Okay.
It's capacity. They gave the tickets away.
But what is it? Is it church? Is it a show? Is it him singing or not?
It's songs. It's some rap. You've seen the performances, right? It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But there's
chorus.
no sermons, but it's about Jesus.
Right.
But it's not there's no preacher. It's just like a celebration.
He's the preacher.
So he doesn't say anything. Does he get up in front of people and say anything?
They sing. I mean, Chance the Rapper went there today.
Right. I know there's a lot of celebrities. We've talked about this before, but what actually happens at these services?
They just jam. It's like a jam. He has these bands.
Got it.
And Whatever.
It's in a church?
No, it's out.
Or outside?
Yeah, they did
sold
it
out.
at his place out in before he moved back to Chicago. Now he does it they did a Dayton after that shooting. They did one there.
Right. They've done it like outside. And
I was wondering,
Burning Man.
Are there going to be protests because he's a Trump supporter?
Oh,
I was hoping there were protests.
Right.
Right.
That's another subject to talk about later. I
think that's his bipolar thing. It's
right.
Trump thing.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I've got a Trump story I'm going to talk about later in the show because of Tulsi Gabbard was back on the news this morning.
Yeah.
And talking about, the DNC pushed her out of the debates, but I'm still supporting. I got a sign in the front window now. Tulsi Gabbard for president.
You really are supporting her now.
Big time, yeah. And I showed Cassie a video of her working out yesterday. And I posted it online.
She must look good if you were doing that.
She looks fantastic.
Yeah.
She surfs.
Yeah.
And this guy posted, this guy that works for Rock and Roll Confidential or Rock Confidential, he posted, I bet you no other candidate could do this. And she still serves in the military.
Really?
She's a badass.
Is she a once a month person or?
She is now, but she was full. She enlisted after 9/11.
Right. Ah.
And then she's completely
That's a
anti-war.
real go-getter.
So
right
that's yesterday. I went with Too Dark. Mark just flew home back to Louisiana today.
He
but
he
was
stayed
there.
for the show, but yeah.
No, he had to fly back, but he'll be back more often. We went to the German American Oktoberfest yesterday, but we ended up hanging out at Hansa Clipper, which is where and then
which is still like a German bar.
Oh, it is total German bar, but it's crazy loud. It's like I'm young there. It's old timers, loud. Just
old man, the real kind of old man bar though.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I like that.
So we did that and hung out there, and then Mark and after the game, we came back here, and Mark went to the University of Alabama, which is where my grandfather played football before he was drafted to the Eagles, and so he's watching the game here, drinking non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah.
So he sends Cassie and I out to get some non-alcoholic beer and some other stuff, and they thought I was crazy because I'm always at Walgreens buying booze, and they're like, "What? This is crazy." I'm like, but they had none, and they had none. They had none. You believe it? No old booze, nothing.
Really?
This is like Wrigleyville, Drinkyville,
right?
And then we walked across the street to the Korean place, Sheffield Liquors.
And
right. You finally found. They had like a Heineken kind, and I had a taste of it. It was awful.
Was it? Yeah.
So they went. I got them into the foundation room for dinner last night.
Did you?
They went to dinner, and I guess they ended up at the exit.
From the foundation room to exit.
Yeah, right.
How was it, Cassie?
She's thumbs up. Yeah. Cassie got buzzed.
How was it? What'd you have?
Yeah, what were you drinking?
Steak? What
were you having?
Did he get you a bottle?
Lots of fucking
bottle service or no?
Oh, at exit?
Not at exit. Foundation room. Sorry.
Do they have bottle services?
No, we're talking at House of Blues Foundation room. They went there first, so I was thinking maybe they did it fancy style since they were in the foundation room.
Cheers.
So, mystery actions. Before we talk about them, I want to talk about something I'm very upset about. Rob Zombie's new movie, 3 from Hell, is coming out. The trailer. It's a sequel to Devil's Rejects, which was.
Let me guess. It's coming out on Halloween.
No, it's coming out
sooner.
A week from Monday.
Okay.
But it's only playing 3 nights.
What?
In select theaters. Yeah, 3 nights. That's it. No wide release. So I'm going to go on the 17th after work in Evanston. No, he just his movies have been bombing. And he did
straight to video, right?
No. They come out. Well, the last one was crowdfunded, 31.
Was it?
Yes. Salem was.
I can't believe
Lords
that.
of Salem or Witches of Salem, whatever the fuck that movie was called. It bombed.
That was a bad movie.
Well,
yeah, I didn't even bother watching any of those.
I'm such a. I knew Rob back in the way zombie days.
Good news, so
How do you feel about 13?
The new what?
That other movie, is it 13 or 31?
31, yeah. I didn't see. I like scary clowns. I was hoping for more of that, but so I work in Evanston.
Yeah.
And so there's a theater like right by the train. So I'm going to get a ticket and then I'm going to go after work and see it.
Yeah.
I've got to see it because you get a free poster to first night.
Ooh. Well, we know you like collecting things. So
I'm out of space.
Yeah, you are.
I've got a little bit more room in the guest room now since Mouth Breather left. So
this mic's going in and out a little bit. There we go.
you just have to stay on it.
Yeah.
Okay. And So yeah, I'm just bummed because this movie, somehow they survive that shooting at the end of Devil's Rejects. Remember, they all they're apparently actually from hell.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm petting this kitty. An actual kitty.
She's petting your pussy.
By watching on YouTube, you just see her hand down. So
under the table like this, making faces at Lucy.
Yeah, I'm like, oh. It's too early for that.
I'm like, I'm petting. It's never too early.
I've been up since 3. Oh, that's my kid. That's my
kitty.
Yeah,
Hands off my kitty.
Katrina.
My kitty.
Paws off my kitty.
I named her after the porn star Katrina Craven, who stayed here some years ago.
Nice.
And then my other cat, she snorts when she laughs.
That's so cute.
Any woman that comes to my house and asks where the pisser is, I'm a fan.
Nice.
Sorry, that just came out of my mouth.
Oh,
Where's the restroom?
Kind sir.
Where's the
You
restroom?
don't get any rest in there.
I know.
The comfort room. I don't know.
The water closet.
Fucking the shit house. I think that was what's her name, Tatum O'Neal. She was in some movie in the 70s.
Yeah, Paper Moon.
She asked where's the shit house.
Yeah,
She's
her
like
dad
13.
plays.
Ryan O'Neal.
Yeah, Ryan O'Neal plays the other part in that. Yeah,
That was before she
won the Oscar for that.
That was before she got with Michael Jackson.
She won an Oscar when she was like 13. Yeah,
Michael Jackson.
she did date him. That's right.
Yeah, at 13.
That's the age he likes.
She was
him.
already too old. But this Chappelle was talking about that. It's like, you figure
man.
Macaulay Culkin said nothing happened.
You guys got to see the new Dave Chappelle show. It's so
this
good.
is for
so
like
funny.
I was gonna say. There's 2 words we can't say on the show.
Oh, yeah.
One's the of course the N word, and the other one Mark said I can't say
The R word.
The R word, which
Right.
begins with an R and ends with D.
Yeah.
And so we
Fair
say
enough.
And it's not rigid.
We say sped now. And the disclaimer at the top of the show, he changed the words. I wrote this back when I was working with Jello Biafra with the No More Censorship Defense Fund in the 80s. And it's supposed to say socially retarded. He's like, he did
it. Oh my God.
I'm just quoting it.
Holy moly. You heard it here, folks.
Right when you're telling us.
I can't get any kind.
I'm gonna get fired from my own fucking show.
Send all your complaints to Alexander.
Jesus. Let's do a quick break idea. We're gonna be right back. All right.
You're listening to the MK Ultrasound podcast. Please feel free to contact us at podcast@mkultramagazine.com.
I don't have enough time to mute the mics and come back in like 10 seconds. Okay, this is going to be a good show, I can tell.
Yeah.
So,
All in good spirits, huh?
so I like Mystery Actions. I like the play on names, and also with Youth Decay, your old band.
Yeah.
It's like Tooth Decay.
Well, that
Just like it.
Is that from a Sleater
Sleater Kinney.
Yeah.
I
Like from
didn't care.
Sleater
I
Kinney.
didn't choose the name.
Okay.
I was like, whatever, and it grew on me. But yeah, I like.
I mean, it's a pretty dope name.
Yeah,
I thought
It
so.
is, especially with
Fine.
your last name being
yeah.
so,
It's just people
Fit
call
perfectly.
Me Lucy Decay, and it just
Yeah.
stuck.
yes.
It's
okay.
easier to say than my last name.
Got it.
It's like Prima, what is it?
Busta Primavera.
Nice.
Hey.
So you're both, are you both original members of Mystery Actions?
Yep.
Yeah, we're the OGs.
OGs.
Okay, tell us how it all came together.
Actually, our original bass player is in town
Yeah,
right
she's in
now,
town. She's
and we
the one that
partied
brought
last
us.
night. It was
Yeah.
so fun. Yeah.
Who's the
Hi,
original
Shauna.
bass player?
I should know.
Where's she lived that she's...
Portland.
Oh,
In
wow.
Portland now, yeah.
Straight
She's
up.
still playing music. She's a badass, man.
I'm
Yeah.
sure she'd have to be.
Yeah.
She
Badass.
definitely has an ear, but she approached me. She contacted me when I was still in UTK, and she really wanted me to teach her how to play bass. She's like, I'm a fan of you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I actually don't know notes or anything. I'm just making stuff up, but I kind of want to like dabble with the guitar, so I could write like a riff in here and we could jam. She's like, absolutely. And so I brought, a riff over and
You're
we're
like,
jamming.
Here, play this. Do 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 do.
Yeah, I just started playing it on guitar, just showing. She's like, she got it like right away, and I was like, wait a second, you're telling me you've never played bass before? And she's like, no, and I'm like, you are such a natural rhythm and everything. I'm like, you don't need me. But anyway, we jammed for just a little bit. Then she, I don't know, life happened, fizzled out, like busy. I remember like 4 months later, she hit me up and she's like, hey, I've been working really hard playing bass. I've been learning like some Ramones songs, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I really want to do this. I really want to be in a band. I want to start like an all-girl band. Would you do this with me? Nice. And I was like, hesitant for a moment because I've been in like a bunch of all-girl bands. I kind of needed a break from that. But Shauna, I believed in her so much, and like I knew something like was gonna spark with her, and like
definitely
chemistry.
Still a spark, yeah,
definitely chemistry with Shauna. So I was like, yeah, dude, I'll do this with you. You know what I mean? I would totally support you, and like, of course, if it's gonna be your first band, I'll help you out.
She had the vision.
So she introduced me to us, Mary Rose and Nikki. We all got in the room and jammed.
Yeah. Well,
So you were playing Supersonic.
Well, no, Supersonic
happened after.
Way later.
Okay.
I was playing bass and I was like in a couple of bands, and then she like I was like walking up, like I think I was going to Walgreens, and she was at the corner because she was working at Melio's at the time.
Right.
And then we started talking. She's like, "Hey, I know these girls. Do you want to like jam or something?" And I was like, "What am I gonna play? I play bass."
Right.
And I was just like, I'll jam with you, but I was like, she's like, "Well, we need a drummer," and I'm like, I don't know how to fucking play drums for shit, but it's fine. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like.
And what a drummer you are now.
That's what I heard.
Holy cow. I mean, guy or girl, she is phenomenal.
I have the biggest dick in the band. It's fine.
My God, you certainly do. It's like, gunk.
I'm the minority here today.
Don't brag about that.
God, keep going.
Well, Nikki's never been a singer before either, so it's pretty incredible.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So your bass player wasn't a bass player. You were a bass player. Now
you were a drummer. Yeah.
So it's
you were the only one that kind of had
these instruments. Yeah.
Some previous.
So I wrote a song, and I was like, and I presented it to them for our first practice, and we were there for 6 hours working on it, but having a blast.
Sure.
It was the chemistry was great. I was like, this is gonna be something.
You guys like
I'm
to
excited.
laugh,
I was
and you
excited.
look like you're having fun.
We had a blast.
It was just fun, and then all of a sudden, like, we would just miss it, and we're like, maybe we should do this thing. Maybe we should be a band.
Yes.
And like we booked our first show was at Liars, and we booked this show to motivate us to be like, we need a band name too.
Awesome.
We booked a show before we even had a band name.
Late January, and then we ended up booking a show in April. So we had like just a couple of months to get our stuff together.
To write music and to like come
It was
up
a little
with
scary, but it worked out. It was good. It was a good move.
It forced you to kind of, put the glue in there and get
to make it official. Like, okay, this is committed. We're going to commit to this.
Yes. What a great thing, too.
So you brought a 45 for me. Thank you. What's on that? What's on that record?
Mass Hysteria and like Vicious Circle.
Okay, so one of the songs that we're going to play is on that.
Yeah, Mass Hysteria.
Yeah.
Mass Hysteria.
Actually, like you accidentally sent me too many songs last night, and then we loved them.
Yeah. Oh, it was the whole file. I thought it was just sending one, but it was like what Chris made. And I'm like, oh well.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
There you go. Listen up.
Tune in. I should have loaded them all up. Just done that. No fucking commercials.
Well, maybe they want to sell it too.
Yeah. All right.
You can say fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, cunt, anus.
Cunt's actually
Going down
one of
that
my
road.
favorite words.
It's fun to say, isn't it?
Did you know? I don't know if you have been. I don't know how long you've been. How long you're from Chicago? Are you from here?
Not originally. No, like northwest suburbs.
Okay.
Carroll Stream.
There was a girl here who I worked with. She worked on the magazine for a while, Yvette Lira. And she's in L.A. She does music now. She had a band in L.A. called Contagious.
I love it.
I like that.
All
right.
I do too.
She was badass. You would have definitely gotten along with her, but she just wasn't making it here. She was so fucking cool. She bartended at Exit too.
She had a good sense of humor.
Oh, you knew Yvette.
Did I?
Well, she was also
Can't remember.
she's been in some movies.
Yeah.
And I had her on JBTV once, and she was on the cover of MKULTRA, and she was in the movie Blood Dolls that Full Moon Pictures put out. Charles Band's.
Okay.
And so the girl who was supposed to play Razor Baby, the role that Yvette got, was a band I managed in Indianapolis called Suture, and I named the keyboard player Heather Sexual. Her name was Heather.
Heather
Sexual. They wanted her to be in the movie, but her boyfriend was too jealous to let her go to LA and be in this movie. She could have been a star.
Right.
And so Yvette got the role.
Yvette got it.
And she ended up being in other movies. Like she played one of the strippers in Armageddon.
Really?
With that Steve Buscemi,
Sure.
was his before he went off to space.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She played a stripper in that.
Great.
But yeah, you would have liked Yvette a lot. But the name Contagious is just
That is
wow.
a good name.
Yeah.
That's.
What's some upcoming shows that you have?
Oh, September 12th, we're playing with Conflict and Big Fucking
That's
Idiots
Thursday.
and Shitizen.
Yeah.
And I'm excited because I love all those bands. They're our friends, and it's going to be
Where's this
party.
It's at
Reggie's Rock Club.
Yeah.
Nice.
Reggie's Rock Club, September 12th, Friday with Conflict.
Wait, it's Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh my
yeah.
God! Sorry,
Even
Thursday.
better.
Really
I'm
bad.
not used to
Even better.
playing. I'm not used to playing.
Even better.
Sorry, my bad. Thursday. This
Thursday.
That's
This
it.
coming Thursday, the 12th.
Let's
of
go,
September.
Alex.
the 12th.
You know, 12th is Prong playing Reggie's.
Yeah.
I think it's or the 18th.
It can't be. Oh, you mean the next week?
Yeah. It's, we were gonna have Tommy on, and I can only do it if he comes here because
Right.
if I got to take all this gear down to Reggie's,
Oh.
it'll be like the loony bin again without
Yeah.
the fun.
Without
So
the
if I can
fun.
get Tommy in here to do it, and then we're gonna
Right.
be overloaded with shows because we've got Jared Luce from ChemLab coming in, and then Curse Mackey is coming in with his girlfriend Rona Roughheart. She's in the band Sin. He's in Evil Mothers and Pigface and Throat Kill Cult.
Right.
So they're actually gonna be here on the show. So
Good.
I'm trying to fit all these people in, and we've done 2 shows this week.
Yeah.
Insane. I get to take next weekend off though. I don't have to do a show.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's going to be nice. So are you guys headlining that, or where are you in the slot?
We're the main support for Conflict.
Nice.
This Thursday coming up.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
If I click events, do your shows come up here on your Facebook page?
I don't know.
It's so cute.
Oh yeah, here we go. There we-
Cute. So we're like,
I love it.
You're playing
this is the first time I did live.
Really?
Guys. Yeah.
You're doing
It
Yeah,
shows.
I'm doing it. I did it.
Who's helping us out here?
Oh, you played with Thunder Pussy? I love them.
Twice.
Yeah.
Love that. I just
Every time they come to
Let's go
Chicago, we
Thursday. I'm going in
I'm gonna
any,
go
in
next
any
time,
event,
man. I
but
love them.
you should come, Alex.
That was
You're-
the last show we played.
You're doing a tattoo convention pre-party?
Yeah, we just got invited to that. We're real excited. We missed getting out of town
Oh
playing.
yeah,
that's,
we're
Milwaukee.
playing in Salem, Wisconsin the day after. Too.
Yeah, we're playing Friday.
Yeah, Friday the 13th, Mississippi Mayhem. We're actually headlining on Friday for that day.
People out here that's
Yeah.
mentioned about, they're like, yeah, that's a really good fest. Oh my God. And so
Yeah,
like now we're
it's really-
more stoked about it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Then you're doing Liars Club November 9th, and it's a fucking Saturday. I can go. It's a weekend
Good. Yes.
Yeah, Herb like really wanted us to play with this band. So we're like, well,
I
we
just
believe in you. So
I,
sure.
Oh, so our shows are up there.
Yeah, you need to get a good slot, like with
That's
Live
great.
Nation or some
Yeah.
jam or something. They need to get a good opening
should be
slot for
easy,
someone
yeah.
national.
I'm actually gonna
Help them out. Yeah.
The show will be up before the time you get home, and like the YouTube won't be up for about a week, but this show will be up, and I'm gonna actually send it to Sleaze Rocks and to Blabbermouth.
Yeah,
And
you need
so-
to get this. We need to get this to some local. Have you guys talked to anybody from Jam or Live Nation or anything like that?
no.
You gotta get. We gotta get all over this. Yeah, help. Yeah.
Help.
Yes.
Well, we have an
Help.
extra record we'll give you
Let's look at
Yeah,
these other shows.
to
absolutely.
whoever you think is gonna.
Yeah, you did Thunder Pussy with Cobra at the Cobra Lounge. I had a blues band in college called Dr. Thunder Pussy. And it was based on a doctor in this in Pretty Peaches 3, which is an X-rated film. And Dr. Thunder Pussy was the name of the doctor. She saw female clients, and then
She was a gynecologist type
yes,
thing. Yeah.
No, like a therapist gynecologist.
She was a James Bond gynecologist.
And then now
porno
there's a
lady.
band called Thunder Pussy. There was a record store in Columbus, Ohio called Magnolia Thunder Pussy. That was fucking the most awesome record store.
In Ohio?
That was a long sign.
Columbus,
Magnolia Thunder
Columbus,
Pussy.
Ohio. Wants
What's a good venue out there?
sign.
That's right. I pay by the letter.
Scully's.
Scully's.
There's a place called Scully's. I'll send the information to you.
Yeah, you should, because I've never played in Ohio.
Yeah, and
Have you?
I think so. I don't remember.
Yeah, Scully's is the
I don't
place.
remember a lot of things. Sorry. I'm actually not a bonehead. I'm just hungover today. Sorry, everyone.
I just play one on the radio.
Yeah.
Still drunk. Still drunk from last night.
It's good though.
We used to be like that.
It was worth you paying all that money. You're still high off of it. So good.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
Hot
that's
Lips.
the way to think.
That's right. Positive. Glass half full.
No, you were. Wait a minute. Dead Boys.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know Adam Becker.
Who?
He took Steve Bader's place in Lords of the New Church. He lives in the West Loop.
Adam. Yeah. I know who he is.
He's a good friend.
He was in the Lust Kill. No, what was it?
Lust Killers.
Yeah.
I fucking
That's
love the
He's
Lust Killers.
great, man.
He's amazing. Cassie knows him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've known him.
He's great.
I met
very
him
great
through-
stage presence. He's very talented.
And Matt Clark played with Cheetah Chrome too.
Yeah, Matt's actually
Matthew.
going to bring an unreleased track in. And
Yeah,
play for us
he's
when I
coming
do that.
back
Yeah.
from Joy Thieves. Yeah,
But yeah, Dead Boys. Steve Baders was from Youngstown, Ohio originally.
yeah.
And then they did a lot of shows with Devo back in the day. Wow, Hot Lips Messiah, was that your band?
No, that's Tracy Trouble's
Okay.
band currently or previously. I'm not sure.
They're
But
still
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beer Nuts.
And, Lucy plays in Tracy Trouble's band Awful.
Oh,
So yeah.
oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Small world.
I haven't seen Tracy yet. I mean, I used to bump into her all the time, like downtown.
Right.
But yeah, this is some good shows that you've done here. Damn. So it looks like you stay pretty busy then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've known Izzy Price probably longer than even Tracy. I used to ride a bike and do all that kind of work downtown with the Messengers, and a lot of them are musicians. And Izzy would work bartending at Cal's, and we would all hang out at Cal's. And
Oh God, that's
if
a
you
bike
didn't have a
messenger
run
place.
or you weren't doing something and didn't have a delivery or whatever,
Cal's was
you'd
great.
post up at Cal's. It's cold here.
I saw a lot. I saw I Love Rich
Plus,
there.
it was just cool. You got a really cute bartender and just lots of fun people, and he's just amazingly talented.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we used to see he was doing sing for Get Up with the Get Downs then, so
He's in he's literally in 5 bands.
Yeah,
he's
he's about
always
it.
has been. I've never
Always
seen
has
him
been.
have being less than 4.
yeah,
And he always inspired me. I've known him since the early 2000s too.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, how do you do it?
yeah.
Like one year I was in
I
4
feel like
bands and I
every
was
drummer in Chicago are in multiple
Oh,
bands.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a lazy drummer because I'm only in 2.
I would not say lazy. I don't think lazy when I think of you.
Bragging. Speaking of your music, let's hear a song.
Yeah.
What was the first song that you sent me yesterday?
Well, it was about 7 of
Well,
them.
what would you like to play, or what are we gonna
What's
play?
it?
Mass
Mass
Hysteria?
Hysteria.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with that
Anything
one.
you want to set this song up, or should I just play it?
I have no idea.
Well, here's a song. We're going to play Mass
Hey,
Hysteria.
boy.
And this is Mystery Actions. You're listening to the MK Ultrasound podcast.
You talk, it's straight. Mass hysteria, I see your face. Mass hysteria, it's hard to breathe. I
Where'd you record that song?
We did an outhouse recording in Roselle.
Really?
Sounds great, you
Yeah,
guys.
I liked
Really
everything I
good.
heard. It was really, really good. I just found this. I was talking about Kim Fowley a minute ago. That we'll talk about your next song. When I had Kim in the magazine, he told me I can't censor anything. He wanted it what he said, and he says a fucked up shit.
So his condition was don't censor anything.
Well, and I don't have a problem with that.
Right,
I don't
right.
like
That's
censoring.
great. Yeah, no one says that anymore.
But he said some nasty shit.
Like what?
Like the kind of stuff he talked to me out on the phone when he called me at 4 a.m. One thing I
Like
asked
a
was,
sex call or
what
no?
are the top 10?
Like he wants to get off kind of call? Or?
I named the interview "Confessions of a Rock and Roll Madman," but he gave me 10 titles to choose from. And one was "Lord of Garbage," "The Satan Confessions," "White Pimp Cretin versus Bacteria Girls," "Dog Fingers Scumbags Jelly Nights," "Man Boy Lesbian Needs Your Filth," "Anima Girl You Are the Bride of Frankenstein," "The Reptile King of Darkness," "Secrets of the Most Horrible Human Being in the History of Underground Music." That's Kim.
This is what he thinks about.
Donkey Dirt Boy Wants You. And Pain Is Half the Pleasure. That's the Kim Fowley.
He makes himself laugh and everybody else too.
But you're definitely a band that he would have liked, and he was still working on music. He was doing Sheree Curry's new album at the time.
Did they ever release that?
I don't. She's actually got an album
We should
coming out
look
now.
that up.
Really?
Yeah, and I want to get her on the show. A guy I lived with here in Chicago.
You guys got to play with her.
Yeah.
If that comes
I'm
through.
like, what's up?
Oh yeah, we got to link
Had
these
no
guys
idea.
up. Yeah.
Good for her.
My friend Paul Bayo had a relationship with her. They lived together when he moved from here to L.A. And he was the keyboard player for Monkeys with Handguns. And then he moved to L.A. and they ended up shacking up together. I'm like,
Wow.
what?
Well, it looks like there was a picture of you and Joan Jett. You got to meet her.
Yeah, UTK
Yeah.
played Warped Tour and we got to play with her. Like it was a Blackheart, compilation we were on, and it was cool. Very cool, very cool.
Yeah, I saw that picture. I was like, wow, I love Joan. I never met her. I had a friend that played drums for her. He was in that movie with her, Light of Day. Played the drummer in that. And then he wouldn't want to be a Blackheart. He wanted to do movies. He did one other Hollywood movie. Last time I saw him was in Pittsburgh at Kinko's Copies.
Oh, you're
Wearing
in the wrong mood.
He was wearing a Blackheart's shirt, jacket. And I was like, PJ Harkins, I was in a band with you way back in, Jesus Christ, I'm old. So way back. And he never did anything ever. He was like the best drummer in the Ohio Valley. And
So you drummed for Joan Jett.
he was in the movie with her, Light of Day. He was in the Blackhearts for a minute.
Oh, cool.
So he got the Hollywood bug, and he wanted to do movies. And he played in some movie called Heartbreak Hotel, which was an Elvis fantasy movie. And he played the drummer in that, but then nothing.
And then nothing happened.
And
that happens to just millions of people, I'm sure.
And then he was back to playing covers.
Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh.
Dream Factory, chunk them in and out. And a lot of people don't make it, really.
And he wasn't Hollywood material.
Or just
he was a great fucking drummer.
Yeah.
And, but I'd love to meet Joan Jett. I've never got to meet her. I saw Sheree Curry play at Market Days one year.
Really? She did that?
Yeah, like maybe 5 years ago with Max Bravo.
How'd she sound?
She sounded good.
How'd she look?
How'd she
looks like she looks in pictures.
look?
But she, I don't think she was having a good time. She didn't look like she was
She
having
didn't look
fun.
like she was having
Not
fun.
at all, no.
She's like, get me out of here.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
because she had to do. There was a meet and greet.
Yeah.
And Max was in line to get something signed for his grandson with his grandson.
Sure.
And she was like, "That's it. I'm not signing anymore," and left. So they didn't get anything signed. Yeah. So she bailed on her meet and greet.
At Market Days?
What's
Or
that?
at Market Days?
At Market Days, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to.
It was cool seeing her there.
Right.
No offense.
But
When I went,
know?
I walked by the donation or what do they call it? Suggested donation of $10. I'm like, look, I'm in the band. And then she says we walk right through.
Yeah.
I was wearing this shirt too, this shirt that said,
already
I
paid
wanted to
them
meet her. I
without
really
doing
did.
that. Yeah.
Because I wanted to talk about Kim. He was still alive.
Right.
And I had a shirt on that said, get over it. Some dudes marry other dudes. that I bought there.
Get over it.
It was acceptable to wear. I wore it at Mambecue when I was a Mambecue member.
Lizzie, you want some?
I'll try it.
Would you like some popcorn?
Would you like some popcorn?
So, okay,
stuff.
what was the music video that you filmed? That wasn't with.
That was awful.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where's Porter Beach?
Indiana Dunes.
Okay. I love the dunes.
Yeah.
That looked like I like
It
the
was a
pictures.
blast.
And then somebody jumped in a swimming pool with a guitar on.
That was Tracy.
Yeah, the first shoot, we casted it in Michael, the producer's friend's pool, so we could do underwater shots.
Right, I saw those pictures. Yeah.
That was the first day, and then the second day we went to the beach.
And and you worked on that video, right?
I was just assisting.
Right, but you worked on it. And look,
Yeah.
what was that monster?
That was Nikki.
Nikki.
Awesome.
Isn't that cute? I love that I got both
That
my
was
bands involved on this.
great.
How did
That's
you
so
She
get
doesn't
cool
even know how
of you.
to swim.
Dude, oh my gosh.
No, she was
Listen
terrified.
up, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's her
No
fear.
Champ.
way.
And
Swimming?
Michael
Such a
did not
champ.
know.
And she got in the water for you. How sweet
Yeah.
is that,
Dude,
too?
like going underwater for like minutes, and
Yeah,
it
dude.
was. I'm
Jumping
so
in the
proud of
deep
her.
end.
She
you can
faced
tell
her
you
fear.
all like each other.
We
and
love each other.
Very,
We fucking love
it's,
each other,
it's
man.
Dude, I
very
was like,
evident.
that was probably one of the best
It's-
weekends of my life. I got to be with like
It's
both my
infectious.
bands. They're like my best friends, and we got
You
to
can
have like
tell.
a rad time and worked hard, and
Oh
we got
my
to play.
God.
That's so cool. It's fun to
It's a
watch
blessing.
and look at and hear.
Yeah, we
Keep-
love each
Whenever
Keep
I
doing
get
it.
down
Yeah.
or feel low, I immediately think of my girls because I'm
Ah.
like, they are my heroes.
That's
Absolutely.
They're
now
my
that's,
heroes.
that's
and
a
you're
secret of
other
success.
people's hero.
Yeah, like getting emo over here.
It's bringing a tear to my fucking eye.
But
This is turning into a tearjerker now. Jeez.
I will take my tongue out of your ass now.
Cassie, make sure you get some pictures of this.
I was crying.
I can't wait till this goes on YouTube. This is gonna be fucking awesome. Look at Cassie. Yeah, please. Cassie's reaching for my phone.
Oh, don't
around the
knock it
camera.
over.
Don't tie it.
Look
There
at
you
that
go. Good
professional.
job.
She like almost tycooned it. We were doing a show a few weeks back, and you knocked some shit over.
Yeah. That's a really
Happens.
dangerous corner.
Yeah.
You might want to get all the glass things off that corner.
That's why we moved.
We never used that bar, too. It's like it's for
No,
show
I use it.
almost.
No.
Yeah,
Do
is
you
that-
really?
Is that vintage?
That's pretty, but
I
let's
Is that like
use
an
it
antique?
already.
no, it could be, but I've
looks
been
pretty
collecting glasses from the original Playboy
Oh,
Mansion.
I know. I can tell.
So
I'm sure it
Yeah,
is.
they're like from the, and when sometimes when somebody breaks one, I get so fucking pissed. They're like, "Oh, I'll buy you a new one." I'm like, "How?"
Yeah, you can't.
Like some of those things I get buy one piece at a time whenever I
Right,
can get it. So
right.
my next purchase is going to be a key from the Playboy Club.
Ah.
Yeah,
How do you get in the mansion? Could you get us in the mansion?
it's condos now. Oh, you mean the new mansion out in L.A.?
Yeah.
There was one on State Street, the original one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
it's
been to that
condos.
one actually. It was a dormitory for the Art Institute. I dated a guy who went to the Art Institute, and his dorm was the mansion, the old Playboy
Do you
mansion.
know Larry Flint's mansion?
Right on Dearborn, yeah.
The founder of Hustler
Coast.
was next to the Columbus School for Girls.
Wow,
Wowza. So ironic.
so ironic.
But the Playboy Mansion and the one in L.A., and I get invited to their Halloween party every year now.
Well,
But what's the point if there's no Hugh Hefner?
hello.
But you know what?
Hello.
It
Can
wouldn't
I
hurt.
be your +1?
It wouldn't hurt to get to submit your
I like to party.
submit your music to play a band and play there.
Party. I like to party.
Party hard.
So you'd have to run into Drew Carey, Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Oh,
They all hang out
God.
there.
Wow.
She's like, no.
I'll stomp
Why
on their
not?
toes. I don't
Tommy Lee.
care. Get out the way. I'm here for the
Get
women.
out the way, move.
I'm here for the women.
Awesome. We
This
love
is the
it.
best show we've ever done.
Naughty.
That's the
You know what would be a
best.
good gig? Exotica.
Yeah.
'cause I do that show
wow,
every
you
year.
guys would go over huge
but the
there.
thing is, they only hire.
That is a really good idea.
They
I
only
play
hire.
in my bra all the time.
It's only rap bands
play-
though.
And they look
So I'm like,
fantastic.
you would be a better. So I'm going to try to sell
I
them.
mean, and they're
this
just
year,
really good. You
this
know,
year's
it's
the
not
10-year
just a bunch of
anniversary
girls
of
that look
Exotica,
good and
so
can't play.
maybe
they
I can
can
reach
play.
out to them
Get
and
us
ask
in,
them.
get us in. I'll be so happy.
Dude, that'd be
And then
It's gonna be
awesome.
Christmas.
Eye candy everywhere. It'd be fun for everybody. You
Out the
know?
way.
and then I know the guy.
I'm open. I'm
Out the
available.
way.
I know the guy that's
Why
putting
So
don't-
on-
much comedy as well, just because, you know, some people think they look better than they do, and that's just fodder for comedy, pure gold, you know?
Get up
just
there,
every
like-
kind of style at the porno
Yeah,
conventions.
make fun
Every-
of the chuds that go there.
Exactly what I'm kind of getting
There
at.
are
That would
guys
just be
that
a
you
blast.
only see at those conventions. you only see them. We call them chuds, and they're just like. I mean, they like walk around. I told the story about Alexis, Texas, right? When I got my book signed.
Tell us what chuds are, though.
Chud.
Yeah, what's chuds?
Well, we call them out. My brother coined it. It's like the people you only see at these conventions, and they walk around with stacks of porn.
That sounds like me.
And they get them signed. And this one guy is in front of Alexis, Texas.
Abigail Mack, could you sign my porno?
Okay, go ahead. But they're going to each girl.
There's this chud. No, he's got like 50 DVDs of Alexis, Texas, and she's an old friend of mine.
Right.
And so I've got the big butt book when her butt's the cover of it. Remember we talked about this?
Uh-huh.
So
I've seen that book.
She's telling us, Chud, I have to charge you for every autograph. You know, honey, this is how I make money. Because they don't make.
Yeah, and he's got like 50 things for her to sign. He could go on eBay and sell it all.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do.
Nothing, right?
So I've got the book, and I walk up and I said, Alexis, how much to sign the book? And she said, honey, I'm not going to charge you. And right in front of this guy.
Oh, that's mean.
She signs
Because
it.
he's a chud.
She's a chud. and then I'm like, okay, well, will you sign your calendar too? She said, I have a big butt calendar. She didn't know about it. So she signed that.
She's calling her agent.
So she got, oh yeah.
Where's
they
my
put
money?
out the book and a calendar, but didn't give her, didn't tell her that she had a calendar. So God probably got her some more money.
Right.
Yeah,
That's great.
She got stiffed.
She's not the only one.
I bet you have the best like rim shot for that.
Rim job. What?
I do have.
We should have got your little symbol here.
I'm not gonna say anything. I do a lot of rim shots.
But rim jobs. Oh Lord.
Oh God.
We're talking porno.
We're gonna play another
people.
song now. This next song is Great Escape.
Yeah.
Is that based on the movie or no?
No.
I couldn't help it.
It's the pool place.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh really?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, we're gonna try to play this fucking song now.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna be right back.
Don't know what you want to do. A broken heart, no time for you now. Walk away, don't deserve. Open doors that prove your worth. Your book, yeah, your song. You're alone, we're in this town. You say what you want to say, but some your heart away. Don't know where you want to go. A scout brain, she's got a show. Okay, it feels so. Free brain off all road. Gotta smile, 'cause of you. No more pain, 'cause I'm known. I'll be who I wanna be. It's nice to have you see. Drown in your tongue, yeah. Drown in your mind. Let's try to make talking to you. Yeah, in my drive. We'll drown in your promises. We'll drown in your lies. I try to make talking to you. Say it in my eyes.
I figured it out what it's about. It's about bass players leaving your band. You said you had 8 bass players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of them moved to Portland. It's a crazy story.
Why is it the weed thing?
I don't know.
I know people who moved to Colorado just
Crazy.
because of the weed.
Even our singer Nikki moved to Portland
Yeah.
for a short minute.
So there's somebody
Yeah,
mud
it's
wrestling.
Yeah.
Your page, there's mud wrestling.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
Chicago
right.
Mud Queens.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
They are amazing.
Our old bassist is part of like.
Yeah, we played Chicago Mud Queens show at Reggie's. Was this last year, 2 years ago? Anyway, we got invited to play the show. They needed a mud wrestler, another female mud wrestler, because they were shorthanded, and they were like pretty much poking at us,
Yeah.
misdirections
It was
girls.
either
And we're
me
like,
or
no,
Sarah, and I
no,
was
we're
like,
not gonna do it.
I
And then and then we convinced Sarah to do it. And she's like, fine, fuck it, okay. And like we got excited about it, and then she ended up really loving it. She was great up there. So yeah. Cool. What was it? Something hurting. What was her name?
I'm looking through pictures to put on the YouTube show during your songs, and I came across the mud wrestling one. There's some
Yeah.
fucking fun pictures.
Chicago
here.
Mud Wrestling. Yeah, Chicago.
You're not a very
Chicago Mud
serious
Queens.
band, are you?
Does she still do that?
Have fun.
No, we're not.
Sometimes here and there.
Think
Yeah.
that we're
Yeah, not all
like.
the time.
Oh yeah, we're like
It takes a lot on your body.
I bet.
serious bras.
Yeah, that and like the roller derby thing
very
too. I
exhausting.
think
Oh,
we're-
God.
I bet they just
Yeah, exactly.
lots of
man,
injuries.
I
Right,
can't
so
afford that.
Yeah, no.
this is not a band who like. I hate when I have a band interview and they just want to be totally serious. And
This is not that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is working.
Our name
Is
really
it?
owns up
Is it
to
working?
us, man.
Oh,
Like
okay.
mystery actions when we're
This-
out and about, people are like, "What are you guys
Oh my
doing?"
God, I'm so
we don't even
gross
know. So
looking in
mystery
the
actions make
picture.
sense.
no, but I thought this was an actual album.
I'm gross.
I know, right?
That's
why I
awesome.
wanted it to be
Yeah.
this.
That's incredible.
It turned out just like that. We didn't purposely make that look like that. You know what
Oh,
I
you
mean?
didn't?
No. And I remember
forgot
seeing
who
this
did
photo
that.
and I'm like, dude, this
Yeah.
is already legit. Like,
Yeah.
looks like a record album.
Well, that's why I thought.
looks like it could be a picture
I love it.
album itself.
Well, that's why I thought you had been around.
I know,
for a
isn't
while.
it crazy?
That is really
I asked
like-
Ty, I'm
I
like,
like
they've been
that
around a
one.
while, right? Well,
I like
I
it. Looks
thought
so
this was
like
real.
it looks so
no.
70. You know, it looks
Wow.
very vintage.
Laid out like
yeah.
used
that
record
sure
store
does.
thing. Yeah, that's
Cool.
that's smart.
I like how dark it looks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like
it's like almost like a New York Dolls thing.
exactly.
Yeah, you look cool in that picture.
I know. What is your?
Y'all look great.
Quit
That's
hating on
just
you.
the capper on it too, but that music is just amazing.
You know,
Listen to them, folks. Listen to them.
I wanted to.
Where can they go to find your stuff and buy stuff and?
At our shows.
Yeah.
Plug that. Do you have a website or just?
No,
You
we're
gotta
really
get,
bad.
gotta get
at,
on that.
That's
We're
okay.
really bad at this.
You'll get there.
I know.
You know,
But
if there's
Spotify,
anyone out there
you'll
that
get
wants
there.
to manage us,
Yeah.
Tim Fowley.
great.
Right. Let's talk.
Let's talk.
So yeah.
Oh, you know, the guy,
Spotify.
the Adams manager who managed Cheap Trick might be good.
Right.
You could talk to him. Yeah.
Let us know how to get in touch with that.
So
We're pretty fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're not
The
super-
bottom line
hard.
is
We
just
work
sound good.
Yeah, we're humble. You know, like
We are not mean.
yeah.
You wouldn't walk out during a meet and greet.
oh man, I should have never said that because I want to have her on the fucking show. It was
It'll be fine. She
that
won't
guy
be.
in L.A. that used to work at Casablanca Records. Kenny Ryback, who designed our original version of the ultrasound show, with the tower. Right. He told me, he's like, Sheree Curry's got a new record coming out, and you could do something with her. I'm like, fuck yeah, I will. I will, absolutely. If we can get her show here with you guys and get her here to do this show, fucking
Invite us.
Oh, I will.
Kick ass.
So let me find out what's going on with it, because I have a weekend and I don't have to do the show, so I can actually spend time
Have
doing
some
that
fun.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if I can get her to come to town and do a show, I think
work on that.
she could do a Reggie's show. I think she could
Sure.
Yeah.
pull some people.
We
into
will
Reggie's.
totally
Yeah.
rock with her.
You know,
Oh, that's
see if we can set that up.
it can be done.
Yeah.
It can be done. And the thing about her is like, and he kept pushing. He's like, she's never had a hit. I'm like, well, I've got the record she did with her sister when they covered that Rainbow song "Since You've Been Gone,"
Yeah.
which was awesome. They used to play that on the radio. He goes, but it wasn't a hit. It wasn't a hit. I'm like, I don't care. It's good enough for me.
Right. It did sound good. I mean, that's a
Oh,
cover,
it's awesome.
but it was a
well,
good cover.
you remember it was Rainbow did it
Sure,
on Down
sure,
to
sure.
Earth.
I remember that song. Sure.
And it was the two sisters doing it. It sounded as good. It just think about female vocals on that song.
Right. It was her and her sister, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Marie and Sheree Curry. So I bought that on CD while Kim was still alive. and we talked about that. But yeah, that and then yeah, I can.
She just never got the success that Joan did on her own. That's for sure.
Solo
wise.
She remember she got into drugs.
Sure.
Sheree Curry did,
Yeah.
and kind of like fucked up there for a
I
while.
think they both did.
She did
but
that movie.
yeah.
She did that movie Foxes. The Angel was in with Jodie Foster. Was
Oh,
in that movie. Yeah,
right,
she became
right.
friends with Jodie Foster.
She did do a little bit of acting.
I
You're
have to
right.
watch that. I haven't seen that.
I watched it because of the band Angels in it.
Oh, that's right. He loves this band. He likes
love
his
Angel.
he has a penchant for the LA. Well, speaking of LA Guns,
They
like,
were. Oh yeah, I want to talk about that for a minute. Okay, so LA Guns, I had it on my calendar playing at this little bar in Hammond, Indiana tonight. Then I found out it was the other LA Guns.
oh,
with Steve
there's
Rowley.
another one.
Yes,
How could they have the same name
He's
like
just
that?
because Tracy Guns, when he formed a band after he and Axl split,
Yeah.
and then because Tracy Guns was the Guns of Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
Axl likes to keep names, as we all know. Well, then when Tracy Guns formed LA Guns again, he went back.
I see.
And then they signed up, okay, we're going to call the band this. And he didn't own the name. So now Steve Riley, the ex-drummer from Wasp, and he's got a version out which sucks. So I almost went to that show tonight. And then I looked
Yeah.
it up. I'm like, why are they playing such a little place?
Right.
Oh, wrong LA Guns.
Yeah.
That just fucking pisses me off.
Oh, that's just strange.
What about influences? Is it like L7 bands like that?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Hole.
Hole is my favorite.
I knew
really
that
got
though.
it.
I
Live
knew
Through
that.
This is my most favorite
that?
album of all
I'm gonna
time.
be
Yeah.
honest. I never really got into L7. Like
Right.
it was like
Just it was okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
thought that too.
Well, I think I listened more to Hole than L7.
Oh, me
Sure.
too. Absolutely.
Sure.
See, I was.
Hole was like
The other
I got
way
to
around.
interview L7.
Lunatics.
They
Yep,
did.
Babes
okay,
in
there you go.
Toyland.
Babes in
Yeah.
Toyland.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Babes in
Babes
Babes
Toyland.
in
in Toyland.
Toyland was Hole and Babes in Toyland
Now,
were like
didn't,
my two.
Yeah.
Didn't-
I love the Babes too.
Their
man.
bass player Maureen live here for a while in Chicago. I'm pretty sure, and she left the band and then
I was
was
gonna
back
say,
for a minute. But
I think so because Springer. You know Springer.
Oh yeah,
I do.
of course.
He knows them really well.
Yeah.
When you
And
say
they-
his name, you have to say it
Everybody
right.
knows who
Springer.
he's talking about. SST. right.
Boston.
I met him.
Boston Badass.
He was-
Boston Springer.
He used to work at Thurston's when it was still
Sure.
around.
I
And
remember.
that's where I met him.
Yep.
And then I saw him.
Well, I jammed with Pat from the Smithereens, and he was hanging around that scene, and we played Drink and
last time I saw
Yeah.
Springer, he was
Ashmerge
working the door at
Overkill.
Phyllis's.
Jim
You
Ellison
ever play Phyllis's?
from Material Issue.
Is it on Division?
yes.
Yes, that'd be a good
Yeah.
place for you to play.
No, they're
I've
past that. Way past that.
Never been.
I've never heard.
Yeah.
of
Do
it.
they even
I
have
didn't-
PA there? I mean, you know.
Yeah, I see a lot of bands there.
Is there an actual
Really?
stage? Or?
Yes, there's
Oh.
a stage. I've been on it.
So maybe it's improved. It must have improved
I
in
took my
many
pants
years.
it
off.
out.
I took my pants off there.
All right. Well, now we're
It's
doing
a very
it.
Now we're doing
classy
it.
place.
I sang in my underwear, my Batman underwear.
So it was like good
People are
times
like-
there.
Of course
Good
it was
vibes. We're gonna
Batman.
do
Nikki
it.
And then I
sings in her
mooned the
underwear.
audience. They got a picture of me mooning.
You gotta one up them, Nikki.
She does, but she wears fishnets. and
No, so yeah, like whole like Babes in Toyland, definitely strong, very influences. Nikki's more like real old school 70s,
yeah.
right? She's all over the board. She's also a DJ in Chicago. She does Delilah's, a lot.
Haven't been there in ages.
She's all over the board with.
I've heard her do her DJ gig. Yeah, the last
Yeah, she's great
few
taste in
times
music,
this
too.
year.
Yeah.
Dom
couple
is
times.
super UFO, AC/DC, boom.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
very rock and roll.
All of us like pretty
very
much
rock and
have
roll.
different like
Pretty much different, but
genres.
yeah.
But, like
Sure works
know.
all together once you put it all together.
yeah,
Definitely.
like me and Nikki we like have similar taste in music, and then you're more of like 90s like,
Yeah.
grunge stuff, and then Dom is more into like old school like rock and roll stuff.
Did you know this band, My Ruin, with Terry B? They actually were. They had 3 girls in the
Oh, what's
band
that?
and a guy
What was
guitar
that under
player.
the magazine?
She used to be in a band called Manhole that I saw open for Type O
Worst
Negative
name
once.
ever. Yeah.
And then My Ruin were just amazing. There was 3 girls. Manhole is the best name for a
garbage.
gay
For
bar.
a gay
also.
bar, yeah, that's about
Oh,
it.
Distillers is one of my top favorites too.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, let's hear a word from one of our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Want a killer look without breaking your wallet? Try Killer Beards. All beard products are made with natural ingredients to stop beard dandruff and itching before it starts while giving you a smooth, silky beard that smells amazing. Choose from 5 amazing scents that will have everyone saying,
Wow, that's a killer beard and it sure does smell good.
Also available are shampoo and bars of rough cut soap. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Etsy at etsy.com/shop/Killer Beards. That's Killer Beards. Use the discount code MKUltra20 for 20% off. That's MKUltra20.
They're still laughing.
Oh.
God.
Be quiet. Yes.
So
Never mind.
Since we're on the topic of girl power, I want to mention it. Tulsi Gabbard was back on the news this morning, and she said she opposes an impeachment inquiry into Donald Trump because it will tear the country apart. She said on this new Greta Van Susteren Crazy Eyes TV show called Full Court Press, it's important for us to think that what is in the best interest of the country and the American people, and continuing to pursue impeachment is something that I think will only tear our country further apart. She also said that, make no bones about it, we need to defeat Donald Trump, but I think it's important for our country's sake and our country's future that the voters in this country are the ones to do that, and I believe that we will. I love this woman.
Yeah.
So
Good. So she doesn't want to impeach him.
Well, it's just stupid because guess what? Bill Clinton was impeached. He's still in power, so Trump will not leave office.
Right.
It's not going to make a difference.
It really won't.
And you think the guy's not embarrassed by anything.
Right.
So, I mean, I wish this woman would have a chance. I think that if somebody chooses her as the VP running mate, it'd be great. Get her in office. But I think 37,
right,
might be too young. What's that? Did you just get a message?
Yeah.
Hey, Deb, just a last minute thing. I have backstage passes to The Who. Get back to me. Who's that?
Yeah. Cha-ching, score.
I want to go see that.
Where are they playing?
I'm not sure.
Is it tonight?
I'm not sure.
You'll be
find
there,
out.
though. That's really cool.
Did you hear that Roger Daltrey once got somebody kicked out of the audience because they were
He was
smoking pot?
pot.
What
I
the
know.
fuck? The Who?
I know.
They're about
Isn't that
dope.
ridiculous?
The who? That's craziness. Wow.
Yeah, I guess he has some kind of respiratory problems, or who knows. But
Oh, man, but come on.
come on, how one person and they've got to be like 100 feet away?
Yeah,
Could
yeah.
that really affect you, sir?
The band
know?
that gave us
Really?
the great
Excuse me,
drummer.
sir.
You're gonna and you came out of that whole
Keith
pot
Moon.
scene, and you're just gonna,
Wow. Old
yell at all these hippies that have been
Literal
supporting you all the
man.
time. But I still love Pete Townsend. I do like their music, so I should
They're
give them a
undeniable.
break a
They're
little bit.
undeniable.
Yeah,
Lots of LSD influenced music.
love
there.
their music. I grew up with it, you know.
I
All
remember
my
when
older
the drummer.
brothers
I remember
had
when
their stuff. And,
when the drummer died,
yeah, Keith Moon.
and then they replaced him with another guy named Keith.
That's
That was
Bizarre.
right after Who's Next. I was.
a Spinal Tap thing.
You must be named Keith.
That's
to be in this band. No, I'm sorry. I think his name was Kenny. It's a fucking K. I wasn't doing drugs to the Who. Anything else you want to talk about?
Have you seen us play live?
I'm gonna come to the Liars Club.
Yeah, he has not, but
I can't
I'm
wait.
gonna get him there,
Oh, yeah,
man.
because Thursday, you know. Okay.
I've seen you for a few years now, and it's been a couple
She
years
talks
now.
a lot about you, so I'm like, get him on the show. Get him on the show.
Wait, you
That's
saw
right.
us at,
And I look at the pictures. I'm like, this looks like a fun fucking band. And she's
Oh
like,
my
they're
God.
badass. So
They are so good.
Motorblood.
Guys, gotta
Weren't you there at
listen to 'em.
Motorblood?
Yeah,
Yeah. you
Sure.
saw us.
let me
Sure.
look at these events again. So you're doing it's conflict. That's this Thursday.
Yeah, and then we're going to Salem, Wisconsin the next day.
That's awesome.
So excited.
So yeah, I'm gonna make this show at Liars.
Yeah.
No, these are just there's only 3 on here listed that are upcoming. Any shows that's not on here?
Cassie, you want to come Thursday?
That's
Let
all
me
we
know.
have for now.
This Thursday, right?
Right?
You guys,
Yeah.
the
I
12th.
think so.
We have nothing booked for December or anything.
Yeah.
Planning to write
Yeah.
Good.
and
Yeah,
like just
you-
take a break.
You,
Nice.
Unless we get offered a really, really great show,
Sure,
blah, blah, blah.
sure,
but
sure.
we're not going to be looking for one.
Yeah.
Right.
You know where they should
We want
play,
to focus
right?
on writing new
House of
material.
Blues.
I'm ready.
Looney Bin.
Looney Bin.
That sounds great.
Yeah. yeah.
Write it down.
Where's
It's
the-
fucking. Nick would book them in a minute.
Oh, sure, of course.
They get
yeah.
a little
what's
bar.
What's a loony bin? Is it in Chicago?
No. It's
Where is
down
this
in
place?
Kankakee County, but they get major acts.
Right.
Great. We'd love to play out of town more.
Right.
Why
This
not?
is great. and it gives us a reason to go back.
That's
I
right.
love this. I'm gonna get on that about after the show. Hey Nick, when you're listening to this show, book this fucking band.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Everybody
Nick,
should book
yeah.
this band wherever you are.
Oh, grazie.
So yeah, that'll be the. We'll do. I'll get a loony bin. But I was reading that you were writing a song last night.
Yeah, I'm working on a new one for
You said
sure.
epic song.
I'm just going through shit, and it just makes you more motivated to write.
Yes.
I'm heated right now.
Yes.
So that's the best time to write. I don't force myself to. I have to write a new song. No, and that stresses me out. Where I will get writer's block.
Right.
I have to feel like it.
Yeah.
To do
Right.
it.
Sure.
It's like when I was writing that song that Danny Lee Hill and I worked on, the Redhead on the Red Line Blues. I had a title for 4 years before I could feel it to write it. So I could never write that song.
I need it to be sincere. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I don't want to just oh yeah, I know we need new songs, but now I'm ready. So I'm going to take advantage of it now. And yeah.
So if you're in Chicago Thursday, go to Reggie's and check them out. That's another one of those
Reggie's.
shows where there's they book a ton of bands on one night.
Oh, Reggie's?
Reggie's, yeah.
Yeah, they're they have shows in both rooms at all times.
Happening,
It's insane.
I saw Bio play there once. They started at 1 a.m. They had a show, then they had a second show of Bio. I'm like, everybody's fucking gone.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, it's it's too much.
That is too much.
So I'm going to be, Christoph, the singer for Bio, is going to come here and stay right
I
after.
saw DRI last night, by the way.
Yeah.
Dude, we played with them.
Speaking of
California.
going till 1 a.m., these guys played 2.5 hours straight.
Did they?
I could not believe it.
Did they?
It just never ended. It was, the stamina on these guys are older.
Yeah, they're old.
I mean,
And they have
damn,
some
man, I grew up
fucking-
with that shit, you know?
DRI's
As a
been around, yeah,
teenager
I-
and stuff.
Dude, they played with Hugh Corrupts.
Yes.
I just saw-
these guys.
Yeah, that band.
Death Wish, The Unusuals, or The Usuals.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, LJ Kids.
And I don't know who
Wait,
else.
so Hugh Corrupts played?
I'm not sure now.
Oh,
I
I
want to
thought I
take
saw
that back.
only that.
I'm not sure. I only saw 3 bands. I only saw 3 of them. I think a couple started before I got there.
Oh man, because I saw them.
I'm not
That's
sure.
Epic. But we played. Mystery Oceans played with DRI.
Did you?
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, they were the opening, and then it was because it was the Youth Brigade show.
I played them
And
on college radio.
Lower Class
Yeah.
Brats when we went to Bootleg Theater the last time we went to Cali.
I don't remember.
DRI.
Oh, nice.
No, it's JFA.
Oh, I got it mixed up again.
Dummy.
Oh, that was so funny.
Oh, man.
That is so funny. When we went to
What are
Vegas.
you talking about? I was like, we didn't.
Wait,
play
DRI.
with
I feel like we played with them before.
them. No, I don't know, but for sure it's JFA.
Oh my God, aren't they both skate
Yes.
Wait, okay, that's why I get
Yes.
it mixed up because I know they're both skater
maybe we
they're
did, but,
skate
like,
punk
DRI
bands.
has the old
Yeah, okay, that's
skating
sorry. I got confused because I knew they're both skate
I got
punk
that
bands.
shirt
Yeah.
too. That guy that
Yeah, yeah.
moshes
Come
and
on,
skanks.
she was so confident.
Yeah.
Come on, we played with him in LA.
I bought it.
I was like,
I was all in the delivery.
and I was like, I don't remember that. I was like, am I that
JFA.
far? I was like, it's JFA that we played with. Fucking dummy.
Is that Justice League? So that's JLA. We're going to play one more sponsor. Be right back.
Now's your chance to catch Pig Face live November 15th in Cleveland, Ohio, all the way through November 30th in Chicago, Illinois. For tickets and other information, go to martinatkins.bigcartel.com. Hurry, tickets are selling out quick.
We're one member short right now. She had to go to the pisser. We're still on. That was just a
See,
pig
you
face.
threw me off
That was a pig
there.
face spot. I wanted to say that Martin Atkins sent me a poster, a silkscreen of the new poster for the Pig Face tour,
Yeah.
and some coffee, that get the fuck out of bed coffee that's supposed to be
Really?
like super powered. Yeah. Well, Mark had lunch with him and he sent that. So Martin,
Yeah.
thanks.
They're making music together too. Our executive producer
Yeah, you did
and Martin Atkins
5 songs
from
with,
Pig Face.
last week, a week ago
Can't
in
wait to hear
Baton
that
Rouge,
stuff.
Louisiana.
Can't wait. Because I see him at Knox. I practice at
Oh,
Fort
yeah,
Knox,
yeah.
and Martin will pull up, and somebody will be asking for an autograph, or he'll be like,
He's,
throwing a T-shirt at
he
somebody.
was on the
or-
first issue of MK
He's
Ultra.
like the big name there.
What's that?
He's basically the big name at Knox.
Oh yeah, well
as
he
far
was in
as-
he was in
anybody else.
He was in PIL
Pumpkins.
with Johnny Lydon from the
Right.
Sex Pistols.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And then he played in Killing Joke.
Killing Joke, Ministry.
Yeah.
Lots of
Big
bands.
Face, Damage Manual.
Right.
And now he's playing with our executive producer.
Ah, and that and then Mark's music sounds
it's good.
fantastic.
It always has been good. Yeah.
It's like Nick Cave.
We have the same exact taste in music.
Oh man,
And
it's
that's
like
why
swampy.
we've been friends. Yeah, we've been. That used to be an industrial band though, same name, and he just changed the focus
I like
of
it though.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
good
this
stuff.
too. Yeah.
I like your music. Thanks
Leonard
for sending me the
Cohen-ish.
stuff last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Even though I sent you all the songs, which is fine. Now you got them all.
That's right. You got the
all
whole.
accessible. Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
We're ready to try to do a full length.
So
very
if
soon.
you record,
Awesome.
I want to have you,
finally,
I want to have you autograph that thing for me. By the way, thanks for bringing me your
Yeah,
record.
you're welcome. Thanks for having us.
I love vinyl, and
Have you heard of Conflict?
No,
Oh.
I have not heard any of these bands. I have been.
Conflict
There she is.
from the UK. Have
She's
you heard-
coming out of the pisser.
Oh, I'll check them out though.
This is
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah, we're gonna say
Let's say
Mary
goodbye to
Rose.
I think we were
everybody.
done.
somebody Rose.
Sorry.
You just like walk up.
Okay.
She went to the pisser.
I went to the visor. I had to pee in the toilet. I'm sorry.
So I just want to thank you, ladies, for coming on. It's been fun. It's
Thank
been
you
having
so
us.
much for
Thank
taking
you.
time out.
Well,
and
Yeah.
we really
this was
appreciate
really
it.
fun.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And this will be up, like I said, but by the time you get home, it'll be on SoundCloud. I'll send you a link to share with your fans.
Oh, great.
And then it'll be, I'll let you know when it's on YouTube. But that's another MK Ultrasound.
Ow!
We'll be back in 2 weeks. And thanks again for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye, Chicago.
Oh, Chicago.
Yeah.
From the north end of the Mississippi River in Chicago, Illinois, to the south end in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you've been listening to the MK Ultrasound podcast with your host, Alexander, with our special videographer, Cassandra Belazik, and I'm your executive producer, Too Dark. Tune in for the next episode to see exactly what's going to happen next. You've been listening to the MK Ultrasound podcast.